Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome into Extra Innings. We are breaking down everything that is with the Lansing Lugnuts. And unfortunately, this week, Lugnuts did lose 4 of 6 to the South Bend Cubs. But we're going to focus on the positive.
Yeah.
One, great weather for a majority of the week, especially the weekend. Great weekend games. And we have a new pitching prospect with the Lansing Lugnuts in the rotation.
Yeah, Seth, how about this? The #1 Oakland Athletics pitching prospect is now in Lansing.
And we get to see him twice this week. He pitched Tuesday and Sunday, and Seth, you would appreciate his wipeout slider that he's got.
Oh, would I?
His name is Luis Morales. So they signed him out of Cuba. He was the #1 international free agent in 2023. The A's signed him. He pitched at 4 different levels last year. This year, getting things going, he comes right to us. Those 99 miles an hour, but Adam's right. The slider's the big out pitch.
Slider's the big out pitch. What did you see from him this week in his first, high A baseball?
That he's settling in. His first outing, the leadoff batter reached in each inning, and he's got a pitch count restriction, but you can see that he's getting more comfortable.
Yeah, too many guys on base for a guy like that. But again, like Jesse said, it's his first couple of outings in Lansing. We saw some really good stuff, the high 90s fastball, the slider, the way he's mixing pitches, and now he's just got to put it together a little bit more consistently.
The thing I think that we should watch with him, when the Lugnuts had Mason Miller at the end of 2022, a couple months later he was in the major leagues, and look what he's doing right now. Luis Morales is going to be a fast riser, I think, the same way, because the stuff is so good. The fact that they signed him last year, he went from rookie ball to Lansing. He's starting this year in Lansing. It might not take him long to reach the major leagues.
I'll say Miller went really quick,
Yes.
So we'll see if they can replicate that. A fun way to end the series on Sunday as well.
Yeah, how about, well, first at Cinco de Mayo, we had a huge fiesta on a Capital City Market Kids Day. We had a grand time.
We only needed 2 innings to score runs. I mean, they scored 4 in the third, 4 in the fourth, but the grand time did come in the third. 3 walks. That had been something that Lansing had been really good at. One of the best in the league coming into this series. Hadn't done much this week, but they made him pay.
Hanging curveball, Ángeles took it down, deep, right down the left field line, tucked it inside the pole. Second grand slam for the Lugnuts this year.
That's awesome. We love watching the highlights. I'm sure hopefully the people in left field there in the lawn section maybe were able to track down that home run ball.
I mean, they've got the quickest vantage point right to it. But it's something that, for Ángeles, it was picked up via trade for Sean Manaea from the Padres organization. And this year, slow start, he's coming on strong. I would argue that he's been one of Lansing's 2-3 best hitters right now.
No question about it. The experience is showing off. We saw it last year at the end of the season, his strides he started to make at the plate, and we're seeing it again this year.
The guy that the scouts have always compared him to is Placido Polanco.
Oh, man, you're hitting me in the feels now as an old Tigers fan.
Yes.
Loved Placido at second base. Well, we just saw the home run there. Speaking of home runs, former Lansing Lugnut making waves in their first weekend in the majors. Brett Harris.
Yeah, let's set the stage.
Yeah.
Our first Lugnut to the majors this year was Max Schumann, the Eastern Michigan Eagle.
Yep.
First major league hit, home run. So our second Lugnut to the majors happened on Friday. Brett Harris gets called up. He was with the Lugnuts 2022-2023, major league debut on Friday, second game on Saturday.
And it was pretty cool. The Lansing, the Lugnuts had a teacher appreciation night, so he makes his debut as a special education teacher when he was coming up through college with Gonzaga. But yeah, home run the first time he gets an opportunity, and then home run again. He is the first ever Oakland Athletic to have 2 home runs for his first 2 hits.
That's pretty remarkable. And off the top of your head, I know you know this. How many how many Lugnuts have made the majors? How many A's?
186. 186 right now.
186.
And he's seen them all come through Lansing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's seen a lot of them. I don't know about all, but he's seen a lot of them. Up next, we have Lake County for a 6-game series coming up this week.
Yeah, so first the Lugnuts go on the road to Great Lakes, so playing this week in Midland, and then coming right back May 14th, Tuesday, May 14th, the Lugnuts are right back in town. It's a 6-game homestand against the Lake County Captains. And the fun thing is, now we are into the good weather, and now we're into some really big nights.
And hopefully some big crowds, because unfortunately the Lugnuts have had a couple of tough series at home in the win-loss column, but it's early.
Yeah. It is early. And, it's always fun to go to Midland. I mean, that's not a far trip, right? And it's a beautiful ballpark there, too. So maybe Lugnuts fans in that area can make sure to see the team as well and see the Loons.
Well, it's an easy drive.
Yeah.
And we do stadium takeovers.
There you
because
go.
Because the Lugnuts, we drive right up, we take it over, and the Lugnuts, Great Lakes historically has been a very good road team and one of the best teams in the league, and yet Lansing always plays them tough.
They're a home run hitting team, and their park, well, it doesn't seem to cater to that early in the year when it's cold. So I feel like the Lugnuts have a good shot this week.
Pretty sweet when we beat the Loons.
It is pretty sweet. What are you guys most looking forward to then with the home schedule coming up, obviously with Lake County after the Loons, and then even going forward? What are you guys most excited for right now next at Jackson Field?
So we've got a game coming up May the 18th. It's a Saturday. It's our Kids Day. And so we've partnered up. This is something that Amanda Rich in marketing, partnering up with the local hospital. Kids submitted their jersey designs, and one was voted on, and we've got a kids design jersey. We'll have kids doing every single role that you can think of in the stadium that, you know, is feasible. So PA announcer or helping out the grounds crew. I'm sure we'll have a kid in the broadcast booth with us. So it's going to be a full kids takeover on Saturday, May 18th. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. The idea, I mean, when that idea was kind of brought up to you, do you guys help planning this? Were you immediately like, this is great?
So it was first presented to us. It was like, hey, what do you think about this kids' night? I love it. I think this is great. Adam, he's no good with kids, though.
I'm not. Can't stand him.
Adam just does. It's the job security for Adam. He doesn't want the kids in the booth, right? He said, keep them out of the booth.
That's right. I'll see you in 20 years.
We do love it,
awesome.
though, because you get Wednesday, you got the Grand Slam school day. It's an early day, and then you also have the Sunday Kids Day. They run the bases. They get ice cream afterwards. I did see Jesse over there with his son getting some ice cream yesterday. So
You can't blame
That's
me.
the way to go. I mean, the weather is getting nice.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Something next week, though, I think we'll show you the jersey design that the kids designed. And also, the jerseys that didn't get chosen, they were really good, too.
Yeah,
So I'm
I'm
just
sure.
saying, there are other jobs.
That's
But
awesome.
no, it really is all about, like, we are getting toward the end of the school year. So just packing it in, the atmosphere, the crowds have been getting louder and louder.
now that's one of our favorite parts. Is kind of to see the crescendo from the beginning of the season. It's cold. They're just people are still busy in April, and then it steadily gets more and more and more, and it just turns into summer baseball in Lansing.
Yeah, the weather gets better and better and
And
better.
Adam finally got to taste the pizza at the ballpark.
Fabulous.
Okay.
You gotta get some.
It is on my list. It's on my list.
Yeah.
I was at the last Wednesday Kids Day. You guys, I went up and saw them in the booth, and every time we have the Kids Day, the one thing that you know you're going to hear is what?
SpongeBob.
Or okay, that's true. No, that's true. That's very true. My thing was Baby Shark.
Oh, yes.
I thought screaming, yelling.
Yeah. All of those, all of the above.
The evergreen.
Yes.
The
kids love it. They love going out to the ballpark, and that's always a great thing. Especially, you get a lot of those in May, right? When school's still in session, and they're doing a fun field trip for the kids, and it's a great place
Well,
to
with the
to
pitch
be.
clock, so that you've got the game is
true, too.
moving.
Yeah.
The increased netting for safety.
Yep.
There are a lot of different factors are making it even better of an experience.
Yeah, it's been great, and there's a lot to look forward to at Jackson Field, and we'll see how the Lugnuts do this week against the Loons on the road. And if you miss it, we'll be back in a week to let you know on the next Extra Innings. But that's going to do it for us this week. Make sure to stay tuned next week as well.